Good afternoon, beautiful people. So today, I know you hear that rumbling in the background. It's actually, it's you see it? It's that Honda CR-V right there. No, I'm just kidding. It's this beauty right here. It's my RX7. It's a bit of an old beauty. Been working on it for a little bit. Still not quite where I want it to be, but I figured since I'm gonna go ahead and start working on it, dedicate some time to it, why not take you guys along the journey with me? So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back to the channel, welcome back. Thank you for your support and continuing to watch me as we grow this car. Hey, there it is. She's not the prettiest of things just yet, but she's a work in progress to say the least. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to go ahead and get the wideband installed, taking it over to my buddy's house so he can weld the bung for me. Got it all right here. Had to go with this brand. There was nothing but 5-star reviews on Amazon, so to me it was like, you know what, it's a no-brainer. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head over to my buddy's house. Once I get there, I'll get back on the video with you guys. I made it a few minutes ago. We got the car up on the jack stands, letting the engine cool off, since what we're working on today is going to be a little hot. We don't want to get burned. Safety first. So we'll go ahead and put you guys on the stand and get you guys on the time lapse. I didn't get to finish the video as I had anticipated because I left the most important part, which is this here at the house. So these are what you call add-a circuits. Very convenient if you're looking to add a circuit without cutting any wires. So you can create that 12-volt consistency without cutting any wires. For me, it's a major thing because I'm afraid of fires and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and be adding these onto the fuse panel for my gauges that I was installing just the other day. You can see them here. I got my, wait for it to focus. There it is, fuel ratio and oil. I'm gonna go ahead and get that finished up for you guys today. These are the things that we will be needing today. You got your different type of connectors and you got your heat shrink. Make sure that you seal off every circuit. You can either do heat shrink, or if you don't have it, you can use some good old electrical tape. You're gonna need some cutters so that you can cut it. You might need a voltmeter depending on what you're trying to do. Then you're gonna need your different fuses. You would take these fuses and put them inside here, depending on which fuse rating you'd like to go with. You may need some zip ties so that you can zip tie all your wires and conceal them very well. You're gonna need some wires, in my case, for the grounds. And then, of course, you gotta always stay hydrated. Hydration is key. And amongst all of that, safety. Gotta have your safety glasses, and if you need some gloves, you got gloves in the bay right here. So what I'm doing now is I'm just finding the right connector that will fit over a bolt on the firewall, so I don't have to drill it out, make it any bigger, make it a little bit easier for myself. This will be attached on the end of this so that I create a good solid ground. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get after it. I'm gonna go ahead and attach these to the positives that I've already, or my hot wires, if you will, that I've already used my voltmeter to find. As I went ahead and I've connected what I'm gonna be using as my positive wire. I know it doesn't have the right color, but it's the only thing I have, so I gotta make it work. This will be going directly into the fuse panel, providing me with a 12-volt constant power source. I'm then going to be running it into the light source that's going to be running to the backside of the oil pressure gauge, directly in here. I was just about done. And then this is going to be my ground wire, which I have yet to put a connector on the end. I'm going to attach this directly to the firewall so that I have a consistent and solid ground. Now that's for the oil pressure gauge. I'm going to go ahead and do something very similar for my air fuel ratio gauge. I already have figured out what fuses I'm going to be using in the fuse panel. So I know that I'll have a consistent 12 volts on both gauges. Therefore it can't be any reasoning for it not to work. So I've got my ground here. I'm about to attach it to the firewall. I've got the light bulb, which I'm going to hide up under here, going directly into the gauge. Out of circuit, which I'm going to be replacing the fuse in the fuse panel here directly with. This will give it my voltage. Then I'll just replace the fuse here, therefore the circuit won't be broken. We should have power here. Alright, so on the wideband, there's multiple different wires. These all run to an aftermarket ECU. Since I'm bone stock, I'm only going to be using the black for the ground and the red for the power. Alright, I'm not sure how well you can hear me, but the only way to give it a real demonstration as to whether or not it works, where I'm at, as far as for lean and rich, I'm about to find out. Seems to be working. me, yeah, I get it. My oil pressure gauge, for some reason, after I've installed the light, wants to act a little funky, but I'll get that sorted out. Long story short, we got it working. Thank you for joining me during this task, but stay tuned for more videos, more footage coming soon.